Hi everybody, Chris from Westward Vehicles, and I'm delighted to talk about the new GO-4 Interceptor V model today. This is a brand new electric version shipping to City of Princeton in New Jersey. A lot of changes, although it might still look a little bit similar to the old Interceptor IV. Why we're excited about this is mostly because this feels like a little bit more of a design we have created. The Interceptor IV was inherited when we started taking over the company around 2012, 2013, and it was a real legacy product. It's done very well over the years. People love it as a parking enforcement machine. However, there was always some inherent issues with it, such as the doors would easily go out of adjustment. A lot of those issues have been completely addressed and redesigned from scratch with this new model. So as you'll see, the vehicle is a little bit longer. It's about roughly a foot, 13 inches longer, a little bit longer wheelbase, feels a little bit more stability at speed as well. And you now have these huge rock solid one-piece sliding doors. This is probably one of the things I'm most excited about, is it just feels very solid. It is, I won't say impossible, but it is very difficult to get these out of adjustment. They're on 3 rollers with a lot of pressure on tracks. So it's very solid and it does not easily move, unlike the Interceptor IV. You'll also notice that the front of this vehicle is pretty much unchanged. So the Interceptor IV front end is still very similar. Any old issues such as bushings or bearing changes, those were all fixed on the Interceptor IV 7, 8, 9 years ago. So we now have a pretty rock solid front end with the leading arm design. But going from the A-pillar back is basically very similar to our Max EV design. So again, a fresh design, a quieter design. So you don't have all that riveted sheet metal that was crickety and squeaky. This is now an epoxied in composite and aluminum cab. So the floor pan, the seat box, the cab filler, it's all basically epoxied in place. A little bit more one-piece design, such as the rear cab filler is a one-piece composite that's epoxied in place. So between the tough, solid one-piece doors now, the epoxied in cab, this thing is just a joy to drive. It's so quiet compared to the old Interceptor IV. This is a GO-4 EV 48 volts, and this particular vehicle has 24 kilowatts of onboard power. So that is good for roughly around 120 miles before accessory draw. This does also come in a gas integration. And we are still making it in the 72 volt system for any areas with real steep terrain, so steep inclines. Of course, we can only get into so many details on this video, but if you do have specific questions on these different drivetrains, we do post a lot of stuff on the website, or you can feel free to email us anytime as well. Getting into the vehicle, the entrance has been made several inches wider. So I'm around 6 foot, roughly 200 pounds, and it is really easy now. Before I had to kind of side shuffle in a little bit. Now I can pretty much walk straight in, and a lot of leg room, a lot of headroom, and it's still the very typical, well-known center operator GO-4 setup. We have kept the same kind of flat dash as the previous Interceptor IV that we created. So this creates your kind of like workstation, if you have to have a laptop, a handheld. Here we have some papers, we have a little pocket to hold, for example, a clipboard. So this is a very useful workstation, like mobile workstation type design. Our display is pushed off to the left, and we have a nice new 7-inch colored display. Also on the display is all sorts of technical info. It's very easy to basically just scroll through here and see battery information, etc. This would be unique to the EV or the electric 48 volt. The gas integration is a little bit different. You will see in here that it is our typical kind of ceiling with radio install. We do different wheel-in lighting installs as well. Yeah, basically just the space, the comfort. This is an epoxied-in composite kick panel, so this is really tough. It's really quiet, and it also keeps the vehicle much more resistant to drafts. So I would say heating and cooling is now handled better because you don't have the same openings as you did on the Interceptor 4. I'm gonna again like shut the door one more time so that you can see how solid it is. And the one key difference that you'll notice is that the Interceptor 5 door no longer is split in the middle, but you do have a pretty spacious sliding window, so there's still a lot of access to the outside, but it's basically going to last years or a long time without any adjustments needed. Walking to the back, this is the cargo deck version, so you can order the vehicle in either a cargo deck or a typical rear trunk enclosure like you have on the Interceptor 4. This is kind of nice. This one's already loaded with extra winter tires, but this is nice if you have wheel boots, pylons, anything for an event. There's quite a bit of room here, and you can also put this optional toolbox. That is also pretty convenient if you have any extra equipment that needs to be put in here. It is quite water resistant. And then I won't get into the powertrain on this video, but you can easily just pop up this cargo deck, lifts up the deck, and it shows you what's underneath, which is the batteries, the AC motor, etc., or the gas drivetrain if you opt to go that direction. The back end has changed a little bit. Again, it resembles a little bit more the Max EV than the previous GO-4 Interceptor. And the other side is pretty much identical other than the charging port. And this can be charged on 110 or 220 volt. Again, elated to adopt a new model, a model that we're proud to have designed in-house, and we really think it's going to be a great improvement for operators to drive this over the previous Interceptor. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our authorized dealers or email us at sales@westwardindustries.com. Thank you.